Okay. GX850 with the 14mm f2.5 Pancake lens. You can see how small the camera is. This is the first with the 28mm equivalent of pictures. So if you remember from the last video, I showed the comparison between 14mm, 28mm, 20mm, you name it, on different cameras. So just want to remind you what this camera can do. The GX850 showed you a little bit around how sharp it is. It's a very tiny camera. It is kind of slow when it's writing. This is just before I power washed for the back part of the fence. Now, I had a different type of auto-focusing where I had to focus on the whole screen. And you can see where it's sharp here, but then it's kind of blurry back here, okay? Then I did the dog a couple of times. I moved all this brick from this fence because it was bulging out. So I'm ready to complete that. And you can see how to get that so I can paint the dirt and stuff off. And this is before I power washed it. And I power wash back here also. So all I have to do is just start staining. Been putting it off for about a week. And you can see I'm going back and forth. I'm forgetting what I'm doing. It's rained quite a bit. Went and paid my water bill. This is at the City of Selma offices. They have a little thank you for the service of fire, Marines, Navy, Marine Corps, Army, Coast Guard, police, and I think the ambulance services. And there's the U.S. flag and the Texas state flag. Dedicated to the courage, service, and sacrifice of the past and present day heroes. And then there are crepe myrtles, honeysuckle, different types of cactus. So it's a pretty sharp lens on a 16 megapixel camera. Now, it's been raining so hard that they had like quite a bit of budget to fix the flooding issues. They used to put a gate on the road. Well, the water was so much and inundated and went over all this road. So all that work, there was tree limbs, stumps, and stuff that were just, you know, um, it went. The creek is on the right-hand side, which I'll show you some more pictures. And then it went past the stoplights on the left uphill, halfway. But you can see where everything is knocked down. See, the water force just pushed the cactus to the side. Unreal. And you can see where all the logs and tree stumps and stuff just floated down the river. And you can see where all the brush is down. And I don't know what that is, but I don't know if it's a plant or some type of thing, but you'll see a couple of ants on the flower. I think there's another one right here on the leaf. So it's pretty sharp. Not very good for vlogging, the camera. But as you can see, they made a bridge. The road is higher, but look at that. The water is still there. And it's been about a week since it's rained. we had a few showers, but it wasn't much. But you can see the cactus and branch went all the way up here. And it's pretty far down. It's about 20, 25 feet down. Now, it's higher ground here, but then it drops again, and then water is on the other side. So they have breaks now and then for the water flow. And that's Cibolo Creek. And this is another runoff right here before the bridge, from the park. And looks like a brand new water hole. It looks like a nice one. And it might have been from the house, or I should say the ranch where they work for storing trucks, fixing trucks, and they have goats. So now, remember the stoplights? This is usually dry. Goats are in there. There's 2 pastures. But when it rains hard, it fills up. And you can see how high it was, the water level. And this is the top of their fence. And then there's a picture of me. Yeah, I'm going to leave it right there. So, great camera. Okay. Small, tiny. It's kind of like a Pancake. I didn't want to use the 12 to 32. I wanted to use the prime. That's what I've been trying to do. I got a couple of zooms on the 28 millimeter equivalents from different cameras, but mainly I'm going to be using primes. So a 14 millimeter with a 2x crop is like a 28 millimeter. In the settings, it says 30 millimeter, but it's around that range. Anywhere from 26 to 30 millimeter, I consider about a 28 millimeter, okay? I cropped some. I have some on a crop sensor camera. I used a 20 millimeter, 14 millimeter full frame. And then when you crop it, you get close to that 28. The 14 was a little bit lower, but you can do many things. I can put the, what was it? The 40 millimeter Canon EF lens. You put a speed booster on it and it's like a 28 millimeter, but with that 2x crop, it makes it 56. That's why I didn't use it. But I just wanted to show off some cameras that I own. And with different lenses and stuff, you can see how sharp and clear the pictures are. They're just wonderful. So anyway, thank you for watching. Remember, stay safe, keep smiling, and I'll see you next time. Bye, folks. Have a wonderful day.